So EI in Canada, employment insurance. If you're working for someone, if you're on payroll, look at your pay stub. You'll see provincial income tax, federal income tax, CPP, which is Canada Pension Plan, and EI, which is employment insurance. And so if you are an employee, you are required to be set up with that. The employer has to set that up. They have to collect EI premiums and they have to pay those forward to the Canada Revenue Agency. However, if you own your own business, if you're self-employed, how does that work? It works differently than if you are a T4 employee. And the way it works is that you're not required to be set up on EI, typically if you're self-employed. That's something that's voluntary and you can opt into it. But when starting a business, or even if you are just like an independent contractor or like a salesperson, like a real estate agent or a mortgage broker, then in those cases, you probably aren't set up like a regular employee and therefore you're not on EI, and you don't have to be. But again, if you want to be, you can opt in. There are some special industries like with hairdressers, barbers, taxi drivers, other vehicle operators, where even if they are independent contractors and they're self-employed, they still need to be on EI as if they are employees with whoever the owner of the business is. But for the most part, this is how it works. If you own your own company, if you're self-employed, then you're not on EI. And if you want it, then you have to opt in. And the benefits are a little bit different and the setup is a little bit different than those people who are regular employees on EI. And so I will leave a link to the CRA website so that you can find out more about how this works for EI for self-employed people. But there are certain criteria that you have to meet in order to be eligible for these EI benefits that are specifically for self-employed individuals. And if you do want to opt into this, you can just do that online. You can just fill out a form, do it there. One thing to note is in order to actually be eligible for the benefits as a self-employed person, typically you have to apply and then wait 1 year before you can actually become eligible for the benefits. Now, one thing to be mindful of is if you don't want EI or you want some extra insurance or health benefits, you can get those. You can go through private insurers and get extra coverage for certain things, or even get like health spending accounts, or where you can get $500 per year for massage and physio and things like that. So that's another option as well. But you can opt into EI if you want as a self-employed person. So again, I will leave the link to that website in the video description below. And hopefully this video was helpful. If so, please click like. And if you're interested in business startup and business management topics, feel free to check out my YouTube channel here, where I currently have well over 200 videos that cover business startup and business management topics.